In one of my recent videos, I had mentioned that I was not interested in Blade and Sorcery because it seemed like it was just a fantasy nightclub simulator. I was right just as much as I was wrong. There's combat freedom and the power fantasy, and the power fantasy is quite prevalent here. It's hard to die unless you're just standing there getting hit. In terms of combat freedom, this is where I draw the major comparison when I mention nightclub sim. I can fight with nearly everything I can get my literal bloody hands on. All of the weapons have weight and different attributes that make it strong in specific ways, but there's way more substance here than just walking into a club and asserting dominance. There are such a vast amount of weapons of all kinds to use that are just fun as hell and all possess their own properties. Like early on, this executioner's sword that I've been using. It's pretty dull and has no piercing potential whatsoever. With enough wind-up, I was able to do this. This was the point where Blade and Sorcery absolutely clicked, and since then, I have been hooked.
You want to deal with that too? Yeah. I think I get it now. Yeah, I get it now. I get it now. I get it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I doubted you, Blade and Sorcery. I'm sorry that I doubted every single one of the people that said that this was a good game, and I went, no, I don't think it's a good game. It's like nightclub simulator, but fantasy. And then I had this, and I lopped off that bitch's head.
Yes, I am making this video to eat crow. I have been talking so much shit about Blade and Sorcery ever since I got VR. And now after playing it, I don't even understand why. I don't know what was wrong with me. Perhaps it was because I've seen a lot of TikTok videos of people essentially just messing around. I thought the game was just a sandbox fighter. And it kind of is, but I had no idea that this game, in its Crystal Hunt mode, plays like an extraction game. You know, that genre I love playing? In Blade and Sorcery, you have a house, just like a hideout in Tarkov or Exfil Zone. You can store all kinds of things on the shelves in your home, be it props or weapons, armor. You upgrade your character in your house and head out to do a mission somewhere on a map where you select to go. There seems to be a linear path in all of these maps, but just like Dungeons of Eternity, the zones are somewhat procedurally generated, where familiar set pieces are put together. I assume you start to just know your way around after running through these chunks a few times. At the end of every mission, a loot room awaits you and you grab what's in the chest. Head back to your house, sell all of the treasure, arm yourself up even better, and the cycle continues. This kind of game loop is a seriously addicting one for me. When I loaded this game up for the first time, I had no idea what I was actually getting into. I had no idea that this game actually has RPG elements. I had no idea that the combat was so damn good. And I had no idea that I was going to be having this much fun. My journey started with me washed up on the beach. I guess I shouldn't be surprised there. It isn't a real RPG unless you start off washed up on a beach or locked up in prison. I learned how to hold weapons and use the telekinesis powers that I chose to start with. I made my way up to this castle-looking structure, fighting a bunch of bald women. It didn't take long before I got used to the combat. Now, this is where I feel the game is like a fantasy nightclub simulator. I can fight with all of these different weapons, or I can wait for them to swing, grab their face, and do this. And, well, I did this a lot. There really is so much more to the combat though, and it feels damn good. Climbing works very well. I actually have the confidence in the grip when I hang onto a ledge. I can't tell you how often I get stuck on terrain or fall when I feel like I should have been able to hang on better in other games. Whether it's ropes, ladders, or rocks, I never had a problem except for when there was an NPC right at the top and I had to figure something out. The magic system in Blade and Sorcery comes from these stones where you can spend points to acquire different skills from them, and there are quite a lot. In Crystal Hunt, you can only specialize in a few, or you can just do what I did and load it into a sandbox mode and turned on Master Sorcerer for the real insane amount of fun. Shoot fireballs, lightning, and conjure enormous tornadoes. Blast Kamehameha beams of electricity, create black holes, force push your enemies, choke them in midair, slam them to the ground, pull their limbs apart, pull their heads off, sprint at them and shield bash them into space. There is seriously so much that you can play around with. One of my favorite things in this game that's very clever is the only NPC in this game that buys and sells things to you. He has missing limbs, scars all over, and a missing eye. I didn't put 2 and 2 together right away, but I realized that this guy is only so absolutely physically destroyed because it's obvious that other players abuse the hell out of him. So it was kind of a funny little thing that they did. I myself take the high road here. I would never do such a thing.
This is different. Please don't do that. How'd you think I lost the eye?
There are only a few things so far that I have to mention that I dislike. I can't stand when I have somebody clip through me so easily. It's very goofy when someone is inside of my body suddenly and all of our limbs start tweaking out. Characters have this way of lunging at you when you get close enough, so when you move into an attack, they may attack at the same time, and it just sort of kills the flow. But I think it's something that I just have to get used to. These are more or less user error issues, and nothing that makes the game unplayable for me by any means. I'm happy I picked this up, and it's been a riot just messing around in the sandbox arena. I can live out my rogue-style Skyrim persona and just creep through a dungeon, doing stealth kills if I wanted to. Or I can just wield devastating magic and use other enemies' weapons against them by making them whirling blades of death with telekinetic powers. The replayability for Blade and Sorcery is off the charts, and I haven't even messed around with mods yet, which I have seen that there are a lot. And to go into these would be an entirely new video. I don't know which mods are good, so you'll have to let me know in the comments what mods you think are worth trying out in the future. Another game that has completely proven me wrong. And I love being wrong about games. I have nothing negative to say, really. I assumed I was going to hate this. There is so much robustness to Blade and Sorcery that now I fully understand why people keep playing it and never get bored. I thought the power fantasy was going to be a turnoff, but if I was not to have everything in this game at my disposal and it was just a melee game, I would get tired of it very fast. So here we are with Blade and Sorcery Nomad, putting that game on my list of must-haves for the Quest Standalone. Another video I'll probably be doing soon. But for now, in the meantime, I hope you subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I cover games that interest me and I have a blast doing it. I appreciate every one of you to leave me a comment and engage with me in my videos. Thank you all very much. As always, my friendos, leave me the appropriate thumb if you liked or disliked, and I'll see you in the next video.